to walk away, I was paired up actually with Ilano, and we made a very beautiful partnership. She's my very closest friend, second closest friend in the house actually, after doing the barber. And when Big Brother announced the best dressed couple, which was me and Ilano, I was ecstatic. I was over the moon. Over the moon is even an understatement. But yes, that is something that I always want to be viewed as a King Kotini, as written here, King Kotini. I want to be involved in everything, in anything and everything related to fashion, whether in South Africa and abroad. Yeah.
Good evening, Big Brother. Good evening, housemates. My name is Tandea Shalalala. What a journey it's been. My heart is pounding right now. And I was quite emotional when I walked into here and found so many memories. So, what has this house taught me? First of all, surrendering control voluntarily. I feel like sometimes when people come from perhaps a poor background or difficult background, they don't have resources, they think that they have learned something, but it's different to surrender control when you have something. At any point in time, I could have buzzed the bell and requested to leave, but I did not. I've always been a person of, if you want something done, you do it yourself. But in this house, I have become a kid again. And I don't know how other people view you, but to me, you were like a dad, and I had a second moment of being a child here because there was a lot of nostalgic energy in this house, including the time I served my punishments, which for me, I even said, even prisoners laugh in prison because I was told that I should not be enjoying it. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, they were not in my position, so couldn't understand. And that made me a target in the house after many other incidences. Whether that was to prepare me for the next week where we had celebration, I do not know. Or maybe fate had it in line, but I absolutely loved that you did that because I got to experience what it was like to be ostracized and be different and being told what to do. But you know me, no one's going to tell me what to do. I'll do it my way. I'll do it in the way that you trusted me, Big Brother, to do it because that's what you brought me here for. You told me from the very beginning to never fade into the wall, no matter what. And I share that today. Nobody else had to know about that. That was personal between you and I. It was none of their business. And I have strived never to do that. I have strived to never conform to anybody's expectations of me. I know what to expect of myself because I've been me. I've always been me from day one. I've had to unlearn, I've had to relearn, and I trusted that all that experience that I've acquired through the years would take me smoothly through this journey. When I was younger, I was a person who wanted to create my own opportunities. And I'm very happy to have done that because it's given me the lens to actually sit back and introspect, the lens to sit back and observe, and to also be a person who can actually sit alone and not be dependent on other people. I am a very hyper independent person, and as I said, that I've come in this house and I've actually learned to actually share that and rely on others if they are worthy to be relied on, because you can't just rely on anyone. Excuse me. Anyway, I am a person who, as you can see, I have put flowers here because flowers all have a different scent. Some flowers don't smell very good to other human beings. Some smell amazing, like roses, etc. But every bug or every other person is also drawn to a particular flower because they appreciate that scent. And as human beings, that's how we are. Not everybody's going to be drawn to you. And to me, I've always said from the very beginning, being understood is definitely overrated. You don't have to be understood as long as you understand yourself. And those who wish to understand you will definitely understand you. I am rooted in truth. And I put a stone here because as I've acquired the name in the house, Gimbogondo, I'm strong. I never back down. And I once received the hashtag over there. I'm always standing on business and I don't care. I'll stand alone if I have to. And everywhere I walk, there's growth. Anybody who knows me knows that that's my push. Um, I'm also a person who has a unicorn heart, meaning that I appreciate that I'm different. I love that I'm crazy, and I'll forever embrace that. And thank you, Big Brother, for letting me be that. And yes, have I been a trouble child in this house? To you, perhaps. And I've written here hashtag brains and heels because my intellect is my accessory and I wear it well. And I'm a person who shows every bit of emotion. Put it here, emotions. Some people regard other emotions as more important than others. Every emotion you have is important. Important, you know where it falls into. When you are angry, you don't have to lash out. Go sit there, go cry about it because you can't do anything about it. And it's the best way. It'll push you forward. Sometimes you're disappointed. You're not angry at anything. Sometimes you're sad. Sometimes you're hurt. And it would make more sense to not make use of an intricate machine that you are as a human being and not use the utilities that you've been given, such as your tears, they're there for a reason, and just bottle things up. So I'm that person. I will show every emotion that I have to show, and I don't give a damn who to say anything about it. when I walked into the house, but there's a slight difference. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is Didi Mutobi, also known as Didi, a 21-year-old that has been deeply misunderstood and underestimated to a point where I misunderstood myself, and um, underestimated myself. I'm a girl from Rustenburg, fourth born from my family. I feel like I've always been a shadow to my siblings, only because I've always been a problem child. Coming into this house, I thought I'm still going to be a problem person. I thought I'm going to be probably the thorn in the house, probably going to have so much fun. But we cried on the first night with brother, and I think it was very emotional for me because it was something that I had to, something was said that I had to heal from a very young age. I've always had that problem for like probably 10 years now. And having someone say it to me when I've just gotten into the house, it broke my heart. After that, it just became a sequence of bad things that are happening. I cried a lot. I was called emotional big brother. I was also called a bad person, a gossip. But we had to learn as a person who takes acknowledgement very seriously. I had to sit down and look at myself and wonder, where can I fix? Because at the end of the day, people can't keep saying the same thing. There's probably somewhere where you have to fix. I sat down, fixed myself. And now I am grown, revived, and I've learned from a lot of my mistakes. I think Big Brother coming into this house, I thought we were gonna have fun, but hey, here we are presenting things that I've done since primary. I was a public speaker, but as you grow up, I started having anxiety, went through depression. So a lot of things changed. It's very hard for me to stand here right now. I'm very anxious. I'm shaking. But we're gonna do it, Big Brother, because we came here to push ourselves to the limit and do things that we are not used to doing. And Big Brother, a lot of things has changed. I'm a grown girl now, from a young girl to a young lady. I think having to live with 22 people with awesome personality, very different from mine, but at the same time still the same. I think I've learned a lot from everyone. Being the youngest person in the house has given me a chance to take everything from everyone who's older, even if it's things that I don't go with. I had to take them and sit down and see if what do I want to take into myself or what do I want to let go. And there's a lot that I've taken, Big Brother, and I'm glad that I did. What I'm taking out to the world is something that, hey, yeah, but we'll see outside. Like we have said, the journey is not complete. We still have a bigger journey outside the house. But the legacy of the Big Brother house is definitely set. My dreams, Big Brother, as you can see, my business is painting. But we still see it. I'm standing on business, Big Brother. That's what I want to do for myself. Stand on business. Don't care what people say. Don't care what people think. Be me. Focus on myself. But that business also means, Big Brother, I want to be a businesswoman. I don't like 9 to 5, Big Brother. I don't think I can wake up and work for someone else. That is not me. I can't do that. And at the bottom, Big Brother, we have crosses. That for me is God. My God, I'm going to stand in Christ. Like I said in my first presentation, I was saying I want to grow in Christ, and I think I've done that a bit. And it's something that I want to continue doing. And here we have some comfort, Big Brother, and we have my friends and my family around it. I want my friends and my family to live very comfortably. And myself, Big Brother, I want to be rich. No, like I want to be rich. Like I can't be poor, I can't be broke. You can't be pretty and broke, Big Brother. So that is representing me and wanting to have money and living, I think it wasn't really my dream to be famous, but it was more of being mind and the pockets must be heavy. And this one, Big Brother, as much as I feel like I already am a reality TV star, I want to be a proper one. I want to be on other shows. This was just the foundation. And next year, I'm going to bigger ones and bigger ones and bigger ones. And here, Big Brother, I grew up in a loving home, both parents, but there's always been ups and downs. Obviously, parents fight. So I think I want to take whatever advice or whatever I saw between my parents and make it a better living for my family and my kids. And Big Brother, here we have a camera. I've always had a camera in every presentation because I've always had love for photography and directing. I like being behind the camera, also being in front, but mostly behind the camera, and that represents what I'm gonna push. Here we have DBM, Big Brother, that is Dintle Bonolomo Toby. Those are my names. name so that they know me even overseas. When you Google me, you'll find me. And then here we have a gold hand, big brother. I want to be a helping hand wherever I can. I come from a small town in Northwest Rustenburg, and I've seen a lot of things. I even have a brother who struggles with a lot of things, so I think I want to help as much as I can when it comes to that. Yeah, and then here we have two surnames that I come from. This is my dad's surname, Mutobi, and Ngubeni is my mom's surname. I think I want to grow that legacy, and I want it to be known that at the end of the day, Mutobi and Ngubeni at the same time. And I have God right at the top because that's a priority. I think nothing is greater than God, and nothing is greater than living in God. And then here we have a very shiny. Thank you, big brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like Google. Yeah. Good evening, big brother, and viewers and housemates. It's only for me, but sorry, big brother. I cannot tell my story without mixing English and my language. That would be no story. It's all started here. Well, my man, wow, into my door. Obangeke ngilale nogazi ngumzala wami. Obangeke sathola abantwana sothola iy'dalwa. My name is Ndomuhle Freedom Vele. Right now I'm Brother D. I know my VPs. I know that's my 4 days. And I need to tell you what come a long way. If you know my story, you remember Sam Moshe season. I was here. I was singing the same song. It didn't go well. But I was so excited and I made people proud. I'm the first ever housemate who came in the show and represent who they come from. Especially when it comes to being a nation. Everyone was so proud, so am I. But I had to spend 5 days, or should I say 4 days. And I went home. Things that were so bad. Way too bad. I had to work hard and thanks to those who were with me during those tough times. But hey, I'm here now. It's a new story that I want to tell you. The first day when I came here, I was so nervous and when I walked in the house, everyone was happy and young was organizing and oh no matter what put you know sis. They were all happy and so excited being here. For me, I was so worried what could happen next. But thanks God, I found myself. And I would like to say salute to the housemate and to everyone who gave me this chance because this is not just a presentation to me, it's you telling you that I appreciate every moment that I spend here and I'm still here. Who knew from 4 days to the last day? And I'm sitting here and I'm still representing the same thing. I say being a nation to the top. I hope my father is happy about this moment. But what I can tell you what I'm willing to do after this show. It's not like I wasn't, but I want to do much better. I want to be a good father to my son and also a storyteller. Finding myself in music and also acting. acting and directing. I love acting. It's all about telling the story that I want to do and joining the Being a Nation movement. Because I believe that if we all can follow our culture and our roots, singaba a country esingayiqhenya ngayo. I'm not saying asiyiqhenye ngayo, but if we all can go back to our roots and knowing who we are and tell our own stories, that will make us unify. I want us to start a B foundation. B, this name B has come from a long way now. I know that now maybe it gets B in the jungle where there was lions and tigers there, but I was just a bee. I wish they knew that this was just not a normal bee. This was a transformer who came from the ashes, and I'm here. And I'm proud. I wish I can tell you how much I feel right now. But there's no English word to describe how I feel right now. I just want to say thank you to everyone and to you, people, for this chance. It means a lot. I am Bravo B. Banongayidli please. Abanye bathi ma 4 days. Suka le wanongoma ankomuzi upolish NND nami nawe da. Ithi ngeke ngilale nogaze ngumzala wami. Ngoba ngeke sathola abantwana zotholi khalwa. Uyamemetha ubaba ngethule madoda. I'm not trying to be emotional, but what I'm saying is, Shangana Africa, let's be united. Let's love each other. Let's love each other. I told you about English. But what I love about this show is that the technology is on a high level now. There's no other subtitles. Shangana, so thank you. Yeah, well.
Good evening, Big Brother, housemates, ninjas, and Mzansi. I'm Trixie for your body. Big Brother, I'm not good with words. I'm a writer at heart, and I do poetry, but I'm really going to try my best today. So I give you my vision board. I'll start here. I think it speaks for itself. First of all, in my life, I have my son, Jaden, 15-year-old boy. He's always in the center of whatever I do. And I'm not feeling so. Whew. This represents the road called life, right? And after this house, being 35 years old, I tend to step out to greener pastures. With that being said, it's Mzansi to the world. On this road of life, I have the yellow line that represents procrastination, laziness, negativity, and as you can see, all the things that doesn't get you to your goals and dreams. I have the no entry sign there because from now on, after leaving the Big Brother house, there is a no entry zone. My dreams and aspirations is not only for myself, Big Brother, but because I'm not only living for myself. Like I said, I have a 15-year-old son, and today I stand before you not as Trixie, but I stand before you as Lindy Lee Christoffels from Eastern Cape. dreams and hopes is obviously to give back as I've been doing before I moved to Joburg. Is to dance and give back to my hometown town and get into my acting career. Money is also a big part of where I want to be and what I want to have in my life. But also, with that being said, all my hopes and dreams and aspirations is for my son, so that he can finish his rugby career and school. And if I'm not going to be a star in life, I want to be a star in his world, brother. So, with that also being said, reflecting back to how the house has changed me, I stand before you as a mother of a 15-year-old, a recovering drug addict, a divorced, abusive ex-wife, and when I came into the Big Brother house, I came in tough and I came in strong, but not mindful. I never surrounded myself with people that once would step on Trixie's toes. But when I got here, I clashed with some that stepped on my toes. I was never in a position where people will throw traumas in my face because as Trixie, I'm respected in the outside world. But with all that has happened, Big Brother, what has changed is the fact that I did come across confrontations and my traumas that got thrown in my face, but it made me realize that even though I'm tough and strong, I am not healed from my past. So I'm thankful for the arguments that I've received in the house. I'm thankful for my traumas and my past being thrown in my face, because in the outside world, coming out of Big Brother house, I do know that I have to reflect on that and heal, and not only move on with life without looking back. I've officially been in Joburg now a year, because it's March, and back home, being in Joburg, I had to become something else. So nobody really knows my story. And now obviously they do. I just want to say thank you to the housemates that listened to me and gave me a listening ear and never actually threw what I've been through to my face. But I also want to say thank you to our fights, Tandeka. I want to also say sorry, Tandeka, for lifting my shoe to you and being that, having that fighting spirit. I feel like a lot has changed me in the house. I would have never done this ever in my life. I'm 35 years old and I've never had to do presentations and stuff in my life. But you bend and you adapt, and there's certain things you have to step out of your comfort zone to actually shape yourself. If it makes any sense. But all that I can say is, with hopes of being here, changing, I do know that coming out of the house, I'm going to have to work on the parts that I've never thought that I needed to work on. Live for my son, follow my hopes and dreams and my goals of being an actress. And even though my love for dance, I used to be a dancer. I used to have my own studio. That closed down because of my sister's passing. But other than that, even though my love for dance has died, I would really like to give someone else the opportunity of opening a dance studio someday in my hometown and giving them the platform to start something of their own. I really hope that my presentation covered my reflection on entering the Big Brother house and my hopes and aspirations. Thank you, Big Brother. Eastern Cape, against the West, from humble beginnings, where music and dance is our foundation, where legends, where musicians, where freedom fighters, where dreamers are manufactured. And I stand here as one of that generation in my hometown, a generation of dreamers. And I can proudly say that I am my ancestors' wildest dreams because I don't just chase, I attract and I live my life, to fulfill omens that are set for me. And today I just want to present my dreams and aspirations to you. But before I get into that, I would like to reflect back on my experiences in the house. Coming into the Big Brother house has been life changing. It has also been one of the goals that I've ticked in my list of dreams. Big Brother really gave me opportunities and opened so many doors that I've pursued. And just coming here, the second chance was a legacy of growth for me. It really, really just elevated more. It elevated me more. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity, Big Brother. But also, I have a few lessons that I've learned that I want to share. Basically, in this house, I've learned that feelings are just temporary, that it's what you do instead. It's what you do instead of how you feel that matters. In this house, I came as a naive person, and I feel like right now I'm changed. I feel I don't overshare. I used to be an oversharer. I don't overshare because I feel like that is null and void, and it has been proven to be null and void in my life and in this house. I also was a people pleaser, but now I stand as I'm not a people pleaser because I'm also people and I'm not pleased. So why would I please people? Also shared a lot of memories with strangers that I now call friends. It was genuine and it was a beautiful journey. I learned how to swim as well in this house. For some other people who went to private school, it's not that big of a deal. But for me, I've broken generational curses of not wanting to do something out of fear. Yeah, I've learned so much about myself, about God, and I can probably stand here and say that I am evolved. I am a new person. I've challenged myself physically, emotionally, and I come out unshaken, untainted, and yeah, I'm strong. So yeah, but anyways, all of those lessons come to my vision board, and that's what I'm going to share. As you can see, this is a yellow color in the background. As I've shared before, yellow is my season's color. The color is bright, it's noticed, it's big, right? And it's not just the color to me, it's also my aura. When I enter the room, the enemy bows down and I just shine bright, basically. 24, I'm currently 24 right now, with these dreams and aspirations, but the plus means that, I'm young, wild, and free, and I'm destined to win. And all of these dreams and aspirations will remain and be more. I went through a metamorphosis in this house. I was a caterpillar, a cocoon, and my real face is a butterfly though, but I have to fly, of course, outside the house. But this is the real me, a butterfly, and I fly high. And butterflies, they love being around trees and flowers, so this is my tree of life. And yeah, the branches reach my life and dreams and whatever. So, yeah, I want to start with this. In my shoulders, there's lilies. These are my favorite flowers, and these are my favorite people. These are the people that I attracted, um, that love my magic and my individuality. And outside of this house, I want to contribute something to them and basically give back and start a business, which is a fragrance line for them. And they're in my shoulders because they are my shoulders to cry on, and they give me confidence and they inspire me so, so much. And in my arm, there's Liema. My name is going to be a brand. It's going to be bigger and better. My name means strength. It means responsibility. It means honor. And I live my name. And here, there's initials JP and green in my heart. This is for the love of my life who's watching. The grass is not greener on the other side, but it's green where I water it. So, baby, I can't wait to water our relationship outside the house. And yeah, I love you so much. And my heart. This is my heart center. This is where my heart's desires are, basically. My dream is to basically expand in philanthropy, if I'm pronouncing it well. want to, inspire girls to walk the roads less traveled and girls that will change, and make the world a better place. And hopefully one day it will be aligned with the UN because I would like to be an ambassador for change internationally. And these are kids, these are children, this is a sign for kids. I'd like to help kids one day and just give them, just help kids who don't have a chance in life, have a chance in life, even in education. And the cross is God is my foundation. He's my heart center. And then the branches